Namaskar सभी को. Let's move a little further in the topic journal. Today we will be discussing about discount, compound entries and opening entries. So discount, as you can see, it is of two types. One is trade discount and another is cash discount. Trade discount, it is given by wholesaler or manufacturer to the retailer at a fixed percentage on marked price or list price. This discount is usually given on specified quantities being purchased from wholesaler और manufacturer. जब भी गुड्स को सेल करते हैं उसमें ट्रेड डिस्काउंट पहले डिडक्ट कर लिया जाता है. डिस्काउंट इज समथिंग दैट यू हैव टू डिडक्ट. सो ट्रेड डिस्काउंट यूजुअली कौन देता है? होलसेलर और मैन्युफैक्चरर टू द रिटेलर. Then next one or another type is cash discount. This cash discount is given to those customer who make their payment promptly or before time, just to encourage them to do the payment promptly. Cash discount is nothing but an encouragement where the consumer may continue the practice of doing the payment on time. So it's a kind of a reward. Whereas trade discount is a discount which is given by a manufacturer to the retailer, and cash discount is given to the customer. Let's have a look into the example. A trader sells goods of list price 20,000 at the rate of 10% trade discounts and 2% cash discount. Now let's see, list price or marked price is the same thing. List price is given 20,000. You have to deduct 10% from this list price. So 10% of 20,000 gives you 2,000. 20,000 minus 2,000 gives you 18,000. Now on this net of discount amount, always remember cash discount is always calculated on net of discount amount. That means list price per directly never calculate cash discount. On list price only trade discount should be calculated first. After that, whatever the balance amount is coming after deducting trade discount, that amount is used for calculation of cash discount. As you can see, 2% cash discount is given. 18,000 multiplied with 2% gives you 360. So in this way you get 17,640 rupees. That is the total sales amount. Now compound entries. Before that, the two questions on journal we have gone through, it was based on single entry where only there is one debit and one credit. But there may be certain cases where you may have to debit two accounts or sometimes credit two accounts. This sort of entries are called compound entries. Compound itself means more than one. So let's have a look how many types of entries are coming under this type of question. So compound entries may be one account is debited with two accounts credited, credit of only one account with two accounts debited, and debit two more accounts plus credit of two or more accounts. So in this way you see there may be more than one debit sometimes or more than one credit. But there is another third type which I have written in the bracket opening entry where debit is more than 2 and credit as well more than 2. Let's have a look on the right side. Opening entries. When shall we say an entry as an opening entry? Remember, in a accounting year, now very basic thing, accounting year, it is of two types: financial year and calendar year. Financial year which starts from 1st of April and ended on 31st March. In the same way, calendar year started at 1st of January and ended at 31st December. So whatever the balance of assets and liabilities on 31st of December or 31st of April, on the next day, that is on as per the financial accounting rule, 1st April of that year, or if you follow the calendar year, 1st of January, that closing entry or the closing balance will become the opening balance. Okay, so opening entry is nothing when you show the opening balance of assets and the liabilities. Like in this question, as you can see, on 1st April 2020, assets were given cash 8,000, bank balance 30,000, stock 54,000, debtors 47,000. Now debtors total is 47,000, which is divided into or classified into Ashok, Pavan and Vivek. There were three debtors and their amount is given respectively. Machinery 60,000. In the same way, liabilities, creditors is 20,000. That creditors is of two people are creditors like Chaman Lal and Om Lal in this question, and capital is 2 lakh. So how to pass opening entry, always remember assets will always be debited and liabilities and capitals will be credited. So whatever the question gives you the information, like the assets, all will be debited, like cash account debited, bank account debited, stock account debited. Ashok, Pawan and Vivek, those representing the debtors, are debited. Two creditors, that is Shaman Lal and Ompal, sorry, and two capital. Now, when you add up all these assets, you will get the value 1,89,000, and when you add all the liabilities, you will get the value 2,20,000. In this way, you see that liability is greater than the asset, where that means there is a shortfall of rupees 31,000 in the debit side. This 31,000 will be written against goodwill account. This balancing figure will be posted in the goodwill account. In the same way, say for if take and assume if this question has just the opposite figures. If the question would have assets 2,20,000 and the liabilities would have been 1,89,000, this balance 31,000 would have been shown at the credit side against the account capital reserve. So what I'm trying to explain you, if their balancing figure comes in the debit side, that should always be debited or against the account goodwill account. If there any shortfall comes under the credit side, it should always be written against capital reserve account. So this is about the opening entry, where you see there are so many debits, more than 2 debits and more than 2 credits. So this is an perfect example for understanding the compound entries.